Was a girl running in a group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy, hot rod and large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod.
NHTSA is launching an investigation into 2 December 29th crashes, same day, of Tesla vehicles. My buddy. One in Indiana, where a Model 3 collided with a fire truck, leaving one passenger in the Tesla dead. The other in Gardena, California, where the Model S ran a red light, and that's the expensive one, ran a red light and struck a Honda Civic, killing its 2 occupants. Well, Elon, your death toll is rolling up, buddy. The NHTSA's Special Crash Investigation Team has reviewed 23 crashes where some form of driver assistance system was in use. In other words, those are mostly Teslas. The NHTSA said Friday it will review a petition asking the agency. Now, this is how these recalls work. It's cool. If you and enough of your friends have this problem and you all write into the NHTSA and tell them, send them an email, whatever, this is what happens. They said Friday they're going to review a petition asking the agency to formally investigate 500,000 Tesla vehicles for unintended acceleration. Now, we got a new problem with those. 2012 to 2019 Model S, 2016 to 2019 Model X, and 2018 Model 3s. The petition cites 127 consumer complaints. Not bad. And it involves 40 crashes and 52 injuries. After a technical review, the board will take appropriate action. There you go. This is how you, the consumer, can make this stuff happen. This is how it works. Trust me. And it's important that you do. If you got a complaint and you know of this being a common complaint, write it in. Send them an email. Do whatever you got to do. Call them. All you got to do is the nhtsa.com and you can get every information you need from them. You can also throw your VIN number in and find out if your car's got a recall on it. That's a pretty cool place. The NHTSA sends me my recalls every Monday morning. I get a list. But they send me a list of everything. Semis, motorcycles, washing machines, everything that gets recalled, those tires, which that's important to me too. We've been talking for a couple of weeks, you and I, about the Car Connection. Now, the Car Connection is an online car magazine, and they're pretty with it, and they report a lot of stuff. They do a lot of ratings of stuff. They're like Consumer Reports. They rate this car and that car, this new car and that new car. Well, their 2020 best car of the year to buy. And these are the contenders now. Okay, these are the people that they tested. These are all 2020s. Ford Explorer, Honda Passport, Hyundai Palisade, Kia Soul, Kia Telluride, Mazda 3, Subaru Legacy, 2020 Subaru Outback, and the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. RAV4 is a pretty cool car. And now, you notice there's only one of the big 3 in there. There's one Ford. That's it. There's all there was. No, wait. There's a Ford Escape, the 2020 Ford Escape. So there's 2 Fords. Not a Chevy or a Chrysler in a bunch of Car Connections. Best car to buy for 2020. And the winner is, they announced it yesterday. The 2020 car of the year to buy, as far as Consumer Connection or Car Connection is concerned, the 2020 Kia Telluride. I have seen it. I don't like it. But that's just me. Kia, when it first came out, Kia and Hyundai were like throwaway Korean cars. They were bad. But that's a long time ago. They've come a long way. They're a premier car company now with great warranties, and they're selling cars to beat the band. They're killing it. They really are. Every once in a while, I like to take a little trip around the car world and see what's going on. And I've got a list of stuff here you wouldn't believe. And it's all good. Some of it's really good stuff. The New Jersey governor, Phil Murphy, has signed a bill that states that it's the most ambitious strategy for electric vehicles going. The new bill calls for 2 million plug-in electric cars and trucks by 2035. And official buyers, and it offers buyers as much as a $5,000 rebate from the state. They go out and buy these electric trucks and cars. They want 2 million plug-in or fully electric cars and trucks by 2035. Now, you know why you say, well, that's a long time away. It's 15 years. 15 years ago, I'm going to tell you what, if I go back to 25 and think about 15 years, it went like a snap. I don't remember most of it, to be honest with you. And I wasn't drunk, I promise. I just don't remember. It went that fast. GM is in high-level talks with NASA, not NASA, the NHTSA, I love that, to deploy autonomous vehicles with no steering wheels. This coming at a time when the agency is waist-deep in investigation the self-driving crashes. See? Not yet, guys. It's a little early. Take your time. The UAW, now we've been talking about this. You and I have been talking about this little story for 2 years. Okay? The stuff I'm about to tell you is kind of cool. You're going to love it. We very rarely get a cool story about international intrigue, but this gets better and better, and I'm going to stay tuned on this one. I'm going to stay on top of this one. This is more fun than Takata airbags, let me just tell you. And everybody knows how much I really like the story of Takata airbags. I was
just about to say that you and Takata airbag stories are they go together.
When they were falling on their swords over there in Japan, I was giggling. All right. Former CEO of Nissan and Renault, and then later Mitsubishi, Carlos Ghosn, we'll call him not Carlos the Jackal now, not yet, has given us a story of international intrigue. First, in the early part of the year, he was accused of embezzlement and reckless spending on company planes, yachts, housing, entertainment. This guy was blowing some dough. He was living the life, let me just tell you. Plus making a fortune. But, well, we'll get to that. When he was taken into custody early last April, his wife Carol left Japan in a hurry. She went to Lebanon. I know, because they have no extradition in Lebanon, okay? A big hurry. While Carlos was confined and even spent time in solitary confinement most of the time. On Christmas, they issued a warrant she was charged. Carol Ghosn was charged, and a warrant for her arrest was issued. Of course, she's in Lebanon. On December 31st, while he was out on bail, Carlos fled to Lebanon. Let me just tell you how he did this. He hid in a shipping crate with air holes in it. Oh yeah, for a lot of hours until the plane got to Lebanon. Once he landed on Lebanese soil, he was a free man again. In a shipping crate with air holes, of course, otherwise he wouldn't have made it. A box. He climbed himself into a box and stayed there cramped for hours until he got to Lebanon. Got the heck out of Japan.
That's crazy.
Yes, it is.
That's fun. Wow.
And he says he claims he was doing this to escape a rigged Japanese justice system. Now, sounds like the typical guy's guilty and he's saying bad stuff. It was rigged, blah, blah, blah. Well, it gets better. 20 years ago, that Nissan, on the verge of bankruptcy, was rescued by Renault, and Ghosn was hired to bring the company back to profitability, which he did. He made him, man. He moved him around. He chumped him around. He did everything he had to do to make him make money again. Later, they added Mitsubishi to create the world's biggest car-making alliance, with Mitsubishi, Renault, and Nissan all together. Pretty cool. He really knew what he was doing. He got it done. Well, Nissan again finds itself in financial trouble. Now that they're in the process of chasing him down, nobody's running the show, the good guys aren't. And current executives were looking to put Carlos in the frying pan for that. Well, it's not his fault, turns out. Now he's free to speak out about everything since he's in Lebanon. He's in a country with no extradition. Around the world, across the street, or around the world with no extradition. And the word on the street is some of those Nissan bosses are in deep trouble. He has some real stories to tell about what's going on at Nissan. And he's about to sing like a canary. He's about to become the world's biggest whistleblower, if you know what I'm trying to say. Carlos may not be the bad guy here. Yeah, he paid himself a lot of money, bought himself a lot of toys, but he made a lot of money for them. But those guys with their mismanagement and stuff, there's going to be some guys, they're going to join the guys from Takata. There'll be some samurai swords pulled out of the closet. Let me just tell you, some bad things are going to happen over there. I don't know that Carlos was the bad guy. I mean, yeah, he was a bad guy. He used a lot of company benefits. He had some good apartments and vacations and yachts and a company. They had a company yacht. They had a company plane and had a good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Of course, I guess other people were allowed to use it, but old Carlos, yeah, they got him, and maybe he is guilty. But when he starts singing, oh boy, things are really going to fly in Nissan.
I don't think he's really a bad guy in this situation too as well. I mean, normally everybody's going to have that type of problem too as well. When you get money, money's going to come in. You're going to take as much advantage of for you to get your own money back and forth.
Well, yeah, but he was making them money. The company made money. The company went from bankruptcy to profitable and added another car company. They became a huge car alliance. And when he got too powerful for the guys at Nissan, they decided to turn everything loose on him. And they were going to put him in the frying pan, and he's not going. I'm telling you. He's in Lebanon. They haven't said whether or not they're going to keep him. I mean, they have the right to throw him out. You can always go to Brazil. Nobody has extradition with them, or Venezuela or whatever. Wherever the Nazi guys went, there's no extradition down there. He can go hide. You know, he's got a, what's his name, the WikiLeaks guy. He's got asylum somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, he can go to Russia. Nobody gets out of Russia. You can go in, you can't come out. Or the Ukraine, or you can come out in a box. So yeah, what a cool story. We'll call him Carlos the Jackal now because he slipped away in a shipping crate. He's like the Teflon Don or whatever, the Teflon CEO.
That's the amazing part, that he got into a crate on a plane, put some holes in it, made it. That's yes.
And he's free.
He's a free man.
Yes, baby. All right, we got lots of new stuff around the car world to talk about. It's really cool too. There's a lot of stuff coming up that just is amazing, and you got to believe it because it's all fresh. Volkswagen plans to launch 34 new models next year. 34, including a fully electric hatchback and crossover. On this whole story, there was no mention of any new diesels. I don't think they're going to do that. I told you the story last year at the auto show. I had an interview lined up. I had it all scheduled. I was going to film it, blah, 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 with the guy from Volkswagen. And my first question out of the box was, can we talk about the diesels? He said, this conversation is over. And he walked away. Yeah, they were not real proud of their diesels. There's a whole bunch of them sitting out at Gary Airport or Balmoral Racetrack. I think there was some up in Detroit somewhere, too. Ford is touting its 2020 Ford Escape Hybrid that they have out now, is claiming fuel economy of up to 49 miles per gallon. 49 miles per gallon for a hybrid, and that makes it tops in its class. My granddaughter's got a hybrid Fusion. She just loves it. Gets a lot of mileage, too. She just loves it. Speaking of the Ford Motor Company, America's #2 automaker claims that reservations for its all-new Mustang Mach-E, I wish they wouldn't have used that name, the it's the Mach-E model, are now full. You can't buy anymore. They can't order them anymore. For the first 12 months, production of the vehicle E is limited to 50,000 vehicles. So that's full. They have 50,000 reservations for the Mustang Mach-E. That's the all-electric pickup truck-looking Mustang. But
SUV, boss.
SUV. Keeping with Mustang tradition, if you get the fully, well, it's all fully electric, but if the one version of it, the sport version of it, is 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds. So it cooks. Okay, it really does.